Welcome inside to another edition of WFS Showdown. I'm your host, as always, Dallas Danger. We've got a lot of great things to talk about today, but before we do, we have a special video message from the desk of WFS President White Lightning Tim Horner. We're going to go to that immediately.
This is White Lightning Tim Horner, President of WFS. I've been watching closely things that are going on here in WFS, and things are getting out of hand. So I decided that there's going to be some rule changes, not only to protect the wrestlers, but to protect the fans themselves and the integrity of competition here in WFS. And let me just say one more thing. If these rules are not enforced, I will personally come there and enforce them myself.
Well, our WFS President Tim Horner is certainly correct. Things have been a little out of control, so hopefully these new rules and these new enforcements from the very top of the World Fighting Showcase will keep things a little more under control. But today on the program, we have so much wonderful World Fighting Showcase action. The Doctor of Destruction, that's Dr. Joe Briggs. He's making his return to Showdown this week. He will be in action. The television champion, Murphy Costigan, along with his advisor, Bo James, will be challenged by the new and exciting Chase Emery today on Showdown. And in our special main event, the American champion, the Ultimate Athlete, David Anthony, will go one-on-one in non-title action with one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers. That, of course, is Sigmund, and Elliott Russell, I imagine, will be in tow. So it could be an interesting affair for the American champion. Let's get to the action right now. We're going to ringside and Jonathan Darwin.
Thanks, Dallas. We got another great action-packed World Fighting Showcase for you. We got Crash Cassidy in action, Brian Logan in action, Wayne Atkins, and the Dr. Joe Briggs here. Let's go to our first bout.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of Mike the Man and the Attraction, Drew Hood. And their opponents, it's the team of Sensational Wayne Atkins and the Troublemaker, Brian Logan.
All right, gentlemen, one fall, obey my commands at all times. Are you ready? Yep. Are you ready? Let me have it.
And now we see the teaming of Mike the Man and Drew Hood taking on Sensational Wayne Atkins and the Troublemaker Brian Logan. And Atkins getting a good hot start to this tag team match. If you were with us last week, you saw what happened. If you were not, Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins had the potential to become the tag team champions. They thought they won the tag team championship, only to have the decision reversed on them and were disqualified. So now you have to wonder, how much longer will it be before Wayne Atkins and Brian Logan get another shot at those World Fighting Showcase Tag Team Championship? And another great drop kick by Wayne Atkins there. following it up with a wrist lock and bringing in the troublemaker himself. Big elbow by Brian Logan here. Brian Logan, he got a silver lining out of that tag match, though. He was able to reclaim one of his coveted boots from the Heat Seekers. And those were the boots he planned on using when he was going to announce his retirement here earlier on in World Fighting Showcase. But cross-body! 2! And another arm drag there by Brian Logan. As you've seen Atkins come back in now. Atkins just measuring up Hood. Mike the Man looking for the tag on the outside. An eye rake stops Atkins pretty quick. An arm drag takes Atkins down. As I was saying, Brian Logan has told me he's bound and determined to get that other boot of his. Those are his prized possessions that he wants back. And now a wrist lock by Mike the Man. Mike the Man had the chance to wrestle Wayne Atkins and Brian Logan a few weeks ago when he teamed with Abel Graves. No one home, and down goes Man. And the tag brings Logan back in. Logan, a really experienced tag team wrestler. In fact, he's one half of the former Ohio Valley Wrestling Tag Team Champions from back in the day. Even making an appearance on WWE television as Sin. And a boot stops, Man. What a lariat by Logan as he brings Atkins back in. The sensational troublemakers are really starting to gel as a team out here now. And looks like that Hood on the outside is not going to get what he wants. But he does, and here comes Man out and Hood in, and hip toss by sensational Wayne. Going for a submission here. Hood screaming like a injured badger, apparently. If you know what injured badgers sound like. Hood has to be careful here that he doesn't leave his shoulders down, because not only could he stop and forget, he could get pinned if he's not careful. So he's got to keep that shoulder up as he's fighting pain here from Atkins. Look at the bridge that Hood's trying to use to get out of it. And you see Hood get up with the assist by Atkins. Side headlock now, applied by Atkins. And just wrenching that in, but a blind tag will bring Mike the Man back in. Double team now, and Mike the Man going to work on Atkins. It'll be interesting to see if Man and Hood can finally get some cohesiveness and cut that ring in half and keep Atkins in. But with the speed that Atkins is moving with that cross body, you look right behind the leg. 2.
Here are your winners, Wayne Atkins and Brian Logan.
Wayne Atkins, Brian Logan continuing their winning ways. Will they get another tag team championship shot? Only time will tell.
Dallas Danger here outside of the dressing room with Wayne Atkins and Brian Logan victorious today over Mike Man and Drew Hood. But I know in the back of your mind still Sigmund and Elliott, but there's a difference. You now have one of Brian's 2 boots back. Wayne, you look excited. Tell us what's going through your mind.
You daggone right I'm excited, because not only have me and Brian been talking, we've told the world we're going to get those boots back. Well, my friend, we've got one of them. We're going to get the other one, and we're also going to get those WFS Tag Team Championships. The gold is coming to us around our waist. Sigmund, Elliott, we're coming for you. We're coming for the boots. We're coming for everything that you cherish and love. We're coming for you.
Morale is high in the camp of the sensational troublemakers, as it were. But folks, right now, we've got to take a quick commercial break. More action, more showdown right after this.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted super fans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider. September the 10th, Kingsport, Tennessee, CJ's Bar, the World Fighting Showcase returns, and these World Tag Team titles will be on the line when Sigmund and Elliott Russell, the Heat Seekers, defend against the Troublemaker Brian Logan and Sensational Wayne Adkins.
This is going to go down the same way it has night in and night out every time that they've tried to come to the ring and take our tag team gold. We are going to walk to the ring as the WFS Tag Team Champions, and we are going to leave the ring in Kingsport still reigning and defending Tag Team Champions. Tell them.
Just remember, Brian Logan, the Heat Seekers got the gold, and we got the boots.
The Heat Seekers have the gold. Will they hang on to it? The only way to find out is to be there. Kingsport, Tennessee, CJ's Bar, September the 10th.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a hot one for you here in WFS Showdown. The Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs, taking on Chris Magnus. Chris Magnus giving up a lot of weight. And you see Joe Briggs uses that weight to his advantage, that upper body strength, tossing around the young 150-pound man. Joe Briggs trying to get noticed more here in World Fighting Showcase. He did a little bit of a national tour, but he said he's back now. He wants to dominate. And it's going to be interesting to see who is on the Doctor's chart as he moves forward and attempts to climb the ranks here in World Fighting Showcase. Another colorable tie-up here. And Chris Magnus, he's no slouch either, this kid. He gets the right opponent. He shows you something. Just like now with that drop toe hold to the Doctor and an arm drag. Chris Magnus is a hungry young competitor, but he is not someone to be taken lightly. With the speed that he has, it's not going to be seen right now because of the elbow by the Doctor. But as I was saying, with the speed that Magnus can have from time to time, he can take your lights out real quick. But right now, the Doctor just implementing his prescription of pain Chris Magnus. We see Magnus getting his hair pulled by the doctor, and Joe Briggs tossing him around again. I mean, the doctor seems to be playing with him at this point. And Joe Briggs could go for the pin almost at any time if he really wanted to, but he decides to play away. This may be better for Magnus because it might give him a chance to fight a comeback here, but close right hand by Joe Briggs makes sure that doesn't happen. And now, being helped back to his vertical base again, the doctor has Magnus up and over with the snap suplex. Going for the pin finally. 2 count though. Look at this.
You're too small. You're too small.
Hear the verbal assault by Doctor.
Look at it.
Talking about how underweight his opponent is. But Joe Briggs, all he's doing is trying to get in the head of the young man, but I don't think it's going to do any good because you see those forearms by Magnus as he fights back. Getting ready to whip Briggs off the ropes and Bates with a quick reversal. Wait, look at the speed of Magnus. This is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Potential sunset flip. Gate coming over. Yes! 2 count though. Wow! And a clothesline by Briggs makes short work of any offense that Magnus tried. 2 count only. Now we have to wait and see what the doctor prescribes at this point as he puts the boots of this young man. I want to thank everybody for coming out here to Bluefield, West Virginia, Quality Hotel and Conference Center. It's always great to see our fans get the chance to experience some live fighting. And now Briggs bringing him back up again, ramming the head of Magnus right into that corner. He gets whipped over into the other corner extremely hard by Joe Briggs. And the doctor going for the pin? Maybe not. I can't understand the strategy of Briggs by this point. He's given opportunities for Magnus, and Chris has no problem to take him. He's going to try to get something going, but just that quickly, Briggs turns it around back in his favor, and you see him pushing away. Another closed hand by Briggs. And look at the way that Briggs choking the life out of Magnus here. What an absolute travesty. And now, Briggs, I'm not sure if he feels like he's got victory insured and is just playing with them, or if he's trying to add insult into injury here. It's going to be interesting to see as Briggs has Magnus up in the corner. And Dr. Joe now whipping Chris over, and Chris just collapses like a cheap accordion. Flipping him over, Briggs for that pin. 2 count though. Oh, that kid's got heart. That kid's got heart. For Chris to kick out of that one, I think he caught Dr. Briggs a little off guard. You hear Briggs trying to encourage Chris to stay down, but I don't think Chris has it in him to stay down. And here comes the doctor, but no one's there! Wait a minute, can Chris get over? Chris is so dazed. He's so discombobulated. He's swinging around. And Briggs has, wait a minute, here we go! Chris has got something going. Boots and forearms. Can he fight as he comes off the ropes and clothesline? He stumbles Dr. Briggs, and Chris with the second clothesline as Dr. Briggs goes into the corner and, oh, another clothesline. Here comes the speed of Magnus and, oh no. That knee right to that midsection as Joe Briggs picks up Magnus and I was going to say spins him around and plants him with the DDT instead.
Here's your winner, Dr. Joe Briggs.
Dr. Briggs continues his winning ways here in WFS Showdown.
Dallas Danger here outside of the dressing room with the Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs. He has made his return to Showdown with an impressive victory over Chris Magnus. Joe Briggs, you are back. What is going through your mind? What are your plans moving forward?
Impressive. You see, you keep using that word, it's always impressive. But nobody else seems to see it. You see, I go away on tour all over this country. And what do? I win. Every single time, every single match, nobody is in my league. And then I come back here. And what do I hear? Chase Emery. The next big thing. He's the guy, pretty boy, buff, right? You know who he is. Who is Chase Emery? Well, Chase Emery, you are nothing compared to me. Nobody is. And that's exactly why I'm getting sick of the same old stuff. Every single time I come back here, I want competition. Because I am the best. Period. Not Chase Emery. Nobody but me, the Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs.
Well, fight fans, Joe Briggs wants more competition, and he wants it in the form of Chase Emery. But right now, we've got to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. More action right after this.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here with a World Fighting Showcase Event Center update. We have some exciting events coming up. Great news for our fans watching in the Tri-Cities. On September the 2nd, the World Fighting Showcase will move into our new television home, the Fightatorium in Kingsport, Tennessee, for a thrilling Showdown television taping. More details and tickets available for that event at WeFightStrong.com. That's not all, King Sport, because September the 10th, we will return to CJ's Bar for an exciting card of World Fighting Showcase action that includes the American champion, the Ultimate Athlete, David Anthony, defending his title. We will also see the World Tag Team Championships defended as the Heat Seekers take on the Troublemaker Brian Logan and sensational Wayne Adkins. The television title will also be up for grabs. Crash Cassidy going after Bo James, who is advising the television champion Murphy Costigan. And Chase Emery will finally get to go one-on-one with the Doctor of Destruction, Dr. Joe Briggs. All that and add in the barroom brawl to decide the CJ's Bar Championship, and it promises to be an exciting night of World Fighting Showcase action. At the World Fighting Showcase, where we fight strong.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, and it is for the World Fighting Showcase Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Boiling Springs, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, it's Chase Emery. And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by his advisor, Bo James, from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the World Fighting Showcase Television Champion, the Scottish Sensation, Murphy Costigan.
To walk out of here and we won't beat him up. Please don't take it. Yeah, you got that weed, bro. I'm going to stay on mine. I'll take my time. We're trying to be nice. I'll bring him my time, not yours. I'm the champion.
No, you lead. You lead.
Don't worry, you won the title by mistake.
Yeah, you done.
Referee was blind, he didn't have his glasses.
No, don't take that shirt off this time blind as all.
Show them belt.
Oh, Lord.
What about going? You're starting the kids.
I don't see kids. I see crotch goblins.
Is that an Irish term?
Huge opportunity for young Chase Emery as he goes one-on-one with Scotland's strong Murphy Costigan for the television championship. Collar and elbow tie-up to start this one up. Emery, relative newcomer here to World Fighting Showcase, but he's showing something strong already with that wrist lock. You see Bo James over on the far right corner to give counsel to his new protege, Murphy Costigan. And Costigan, I have to question a little bit of the tactics of him. I mean, you align yourself with somebody by the likes of Bo James. Reminds me of the old adage, you lie down with dogs, you're going to get fleas. But hey, say what you want, though. It did allow Costigan to regain the television championship. And as we see Emery continue to go to work in a submission style against Costigan and keeps Costigan grounded here, which is what he's going to have to do if he plans to be victorious against Costigan. Costigan trying to reach the ropes, but he's dead center in that ring. James can give counsel all he wants, and Costigan does finally break free, and now a meeting of the minds on the outside as Emery tries to make sure that the competitors get back in the ring. But interesting words there that being exchanged between James and Costigan. I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. I mean, I won't take anything away from Bo James. He's a well-traveled man, accomplished author, interviewed because of his knowledge of professional wrestling history by Washington, D.C. Collar, elbow tie-up now, and Emery showing some strong amateur background here. Going for the pin, but it's 2 count. Rear waist lock. I mean, Costigan quick to the ropes. Costigan with strong ring awareness since coming under the tutelage of Bo James. And does finally see the break, and Costigan's trying to regroup and verbally berate with Emery here. Another collar elbow tie-up as we see. And Costigan known to get into the head of his opponents. Very psychological champion, a backdrop. As we get the pin here, Grapevine's hot leg, 2 count though. And James, he jumped up faster than the last pancake going up at IHOP. As we see Costigan now, he's in some serious trouble, but he used some, what some may call underhanded tactics to get going here. A snapmare takeover to the challenger as the champion, just going to work on the right shoulder pin here. 2 count only though. And we see Costigan as he keeps Emery into the ropes and using the ropes as an extension of his own body as champion, trying to cut off the oxygen. The referee does warn him about the count, but we've seen time and time again Costigan has no problems taking liberties and just coming to the water's edge when it comes to getting potentially disqualified. European uppercut now by Costigan, and Emery now getting uppercutted again by Scotland Strong. And we see Costigan here just measuring away on the challenger, and down goes Emery. And going for that pin, 2 count only though. And the referee, rear chin lock. This is very smart strategy by Costigan. I got to give him credit for grounding the challenger, which is what he needs to do, because we've seen early offense by Emery that would have give height to believe that being on a vertical base and maybe flying a little high is Emery's forte. And breaking free, and a hair pull by the champion slows down any effort by Emery to regain his composure. And now we see the boots being applied to this young man. Costigan not giving the challenger a moment to breathe, and the champion now going to work on that breadbasket with some closed hands. And a second one to boot. And the thing with Emery is he's sucking wind hard now. Even if he does get a break, he's going to need more than just a moment to regain his oxygen here. And you saw, whoa, what a reversal by Emery. Blocks another one and gets another right hand in, coming off the ropes, and a clothesline takes down the champion. But look at Emery, he's so exhausted from those strikes he just took in the corner. What's Bo James doing? Wait a minute. I saw something go in that kneecap. I swear I saw something go in that kneecap by Bo James. Costigan having Emery up with another uppercut there. And you see Costigan getting ready to drop the knee, but no one home. Oh, that could have shattered the patella of the champion. And rightfully showing karma's coming into play in a clothesline. We could be seeing the makings of a new champion here. Emery with a house of fire coming off the ropes and catches Costigan. Can he go for the pin? No, I think he's getting ready to. He wants Costigan just measured a little bit more and putting him down in a slam by Emery. Go for the pin. 1, 2 count though. And you hear James barking orders out there to Costigan as we see Emery getting ready to take up a little bit of a risk there. Emery told me he likes to fly high when he gets the chance. Now wait a minute, what's James doing up there? Come on. James has zero business being on the ring skirt. He has nothing. Emery's becoming very targeted and focusing on the champion. He got that bullseye in there. Wait a minute, come on, James. Emery almost having to fight a handicap match with James on the outside. As we see Costigan still distracting the referee. And, whoa, come on, James he tosses Emery right in there. What a shame. What an absolute tragedy. No, not like this. You got to be kidding. And that supposedly loaded knee going down again.
Here's your winner and still television champion, Murphy.
Well, Fight Fans, Dallas Danger here outside of the dressing room with young up-and-comer Chase Emery, one of the most exciting new stars here in the World Fighting Showcase. And Chase, a valiant effort, coming up a little short in your television title opportunity thanks to Bo James, but I honestly want to move on and talk about something else. I'm sure by now you've heard the comments made by Joe Briggs. He says he was gone, and while he was away, your name came up. he comes back and everyone's talking about Chase Emery and he thinks he's being overlooked. I just want to know what your response is to the Doctor of Destruction.
Well, you know, I did come up short tonight in my match, but Joe Briggs, there's no reason for you to put my name in your mouth. You talk all this talk, I'm all action. You want to talk about this? Come say it to my face. There's no need to hide behind a camera and say the words.
Well, Chase Emery is ready for the Doctor of Destruction, but right now we've got to go to commercial break. Don't touch that dial.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Fighting Showcase is coming back to CJ's Bar in Kingsport, Tennessee, September the 10th, and we will see the World Tag Team Championships on the line. The Heat Seekers, Sigmund and Elliott Russell, defending against these two men that are with me now, Wayne Atkins, the sensational one, and the troublemaker, Brian Logan.
You know, Kingsport, you've seen many matches with Wayne, you've seen many matches with myself, but there is no more important matches than what's coming up in Kingsport. You see, they made it personal. They took my shoes, they took a man's boots, and you don't take a man's boots. You've beaten us down, you've beaten our heads, you got on our bodies, and you've done exactly what you wanted to do. But we got one boot back, which is what we want to do. We're going to get that back, and we're going to get the Tag Team Championships. Kingsport, I'm calling out to all of our fans, all of our friends, and anybody within the sound of my voice. Come on out, because as many times as we've wrestled in Kingsport, this is the most important time to ever come and see Brian and Wayne Atkins, because we're going to take on the Seekers, and we're going to get that boot, and we're going to get them belts.
Tag team titles will be on the line September the 10th at CJ's Bar in Kingsport, Tennessee. You don't want to miss the action. Be there. Woo!
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Legends of the territories, greats of the arena, matches you will see nowhere else. WrestleRewind.com, the streaming network for real wrestling fans. 30-day free trial, monthly and yearly subscription rates, members-only exclusive content. If you miss how it was, come stream with us and we'll remind you how it is. WrestleRewind.com, the network for real wrestling fans.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
This special non-title matchup is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, he is one half of the World Fighting Showcase World Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers. It's Sigma! And his opponent, from La Follette, Tennessee, weighing in at 223 pounds, he is the WFS American Champion, the Ultimate Athlete, David Anthony!
non-title action for the Ultimate Athlete David Anthony this week as he goes up against one half of the World Tag Team Champion Sigmund. Sigmund, I also see he has a tag team partner here on the outside, Elliott Russell. Both men have their troubles right now with Wayne Atkins and Brian Logan. We'll get into that more later as we call the action now. A wrist lock applied by Anthony. David Anthony continuing to work on his submissions, claiming now that he can almost get the armbar in any position and make his opponent submit. If there's anybody who can with a martial arts background, it's going to be that of David Anthony. And the Ultimate Athlete showing why he is the Ultimate Athlete here. Good ring awareness by one half of the tag team champions, though, as Anthony has to make the break. You see both men giving each other the big old stare down. Rear waist lock applied by Sigmund, but gets quickly reversed here. And that, like I was talking about, martial arts background that David Anthony has really comes into play, but not yet, as you see, just that quick. Over with the head scissors. Sigmund's going to have to really rethink his tactics here because at this point he probably would have tagging Russell, but he has no opportunity because of this being a singles bout.
Shut up!
And to the best of my recollection, this is the first singles bout I have ever called for Sigmund. Potential test of strength here. This could be an interesting one. Both men with superior upper body physiques, but a shortcut by Sigmund curries his favor to him now, and Anthony in trouble as Sigmund bends the wrist back as well as the fingers, doing some serious damage to those tendons. And you see the Ultimate Athlete trying to bite back up again, but Sigmund is having none of it here. And I cannot see Anthony giving up that quickly. Oh, there we go. Anthony finally able to break free, gets a wrist lock, gets an approach for his efforts, gets pushed off. Sigmund catch him. No, he doesn't. And Anthony takes down Sigmund. As you see Russell trying to get in to give counsel to his tag team partner. Simple words of encouragement there. See, this is what I was thinking. Look at Sigmund. He wants to tag Russell, but he can't. So his mentality has not shifted to what it may need to be to wrestle in a one-on-one fight. I would go back to that collar elbow tie-up again. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Sigmund. This guy is in the gym. He found very innovative ways to stay in shape during the lockdown. And you see it here now as he whips the Ultimate Athlete over. Anthony in trouble, going for that pin here. You also got to think, if Sigmund is successful, does this put him as a top contender for that American Championship? Many would say yes. The final decision comes down to Brian Horner, the WFS president here. And we see Sigmund choking the life out of Anthony. Sigmund using every second that he can to get close to that 5 count, just to barely avoiding disqualification. He has no problem doing that. As we see another snapmare takeover now, going after the tag team champions. Rear chin lock applied now, as Sigmund's going to try to cut off the oxygen for the Ultimate Athlete. You can already see David trying to gasp those deep breaths that he needs to finally break free, and he does pretty quickly with ease, coming off in a hairful stops any momentum that Anthony was going to try to get. You see Anthony now got his bell rung a little bit and getting destroyed by forearms by Sigmund, but a reversal by the Ultimate Athlete and a deep arm drag brings the match right back to Anthony's advantage here. And that arm bar is something that Anthony's known for. Look at the way he's bending the shoulder black. Could have potential to dislocate the shoulder, do some damage to the tendons of the shoulder. But, I thought Sigmund was going to get the eye rake, but Anthony wise enough to turn his eyes, and Sigmund uses the knee instead to break free, and a clubbing forearm shows the small back of the Ultimate Athlete now. As the man with the most well-groomed chest here in World Fighting Showcase continues his efforts to put assault on the Ultimate Athlete. And a suplex now to the ring, even though this is a non-title match. Go, 2 count though.
1, 2, 3. Come on.
And the referee declaring that it was a 2 count. As we see, Sigmund trying to figure out what else I have to do to keep this young man down. Look at the way that Sigmund's in there. Oh my God!
1, 2.
I tell you, that's innovative. It's a different way to choke your opponent. Wait a minute. Referee, unfortunately, had his back turned. This just turned into a handicap match. Referee needs to make sure that Elliott Russell stays over to his assigned corner. Anthony is some serious jeopardy now. As we see him down there grasping at his eyes. But wait a minute, gets an uppercut off. Another one. Coming in with a big old fire. That right hand. And oh! Sigmund just throws Anthony straight down. And Sigmund here, he has to be thinking he's clearly in the driver's seat. And that textbook drop kick by Sigmund now going for the pin here. 3 count though. You see the shoulders pressed down.
1, 2, 3.
And the wherewithal by Anthony to continue his effort to kick out a pin after pin attempt. And Sigmund now with another reverse chin lock. But look at this one. Rather than having Anthony grounded, Anthony's already to his knees. He's halfway up to that vertical base that he needs. You see David trying to get 1 foot up. David, he's fading. Potentially hit 1. And there's the second one.
2.
Can this be an upset in the making? No! Anthony fights through as he gets up. And a jawbreaker finally gets to go for that. Both men down. Both men dazed. Both men spent. Who's going to be the one to get up first? Who's going to be the one to fight it? Can we see it? Sigmund gets to the ropes, using them as leverage to rise up to the occasion. And he is there. And gets the the right hand right into the head of David Anthony. And then another blow back. And you see an exchange here like 2 gods on a mountain. And a headbutt takes Anthony straight back down to the canvas. Sigmund with mild cockiness now as he takes Anthony. Anthony stops from the corner. Sigmund hits the turnbuckle as Anthony could be setting up for that submission. No, an armbar. But look at that. See, that's wise. Sigmund's trying to lynch his fingers together so his arms doesn't get pulled back. Oh no, the referee gets struck. Wait a minute, no, come on, not like this. And, oh, Anthony, no one's there though. Elliott gets something for his troubles. Goes off the ropes. Wait a minute, Sigmund getting rolled over. Can the referee get over the position? And he dies. David Anthony with the W. We'll be back with more WFS Showdown right after this commercial break.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider. Welcome back to WFS Showdown. We are almost out of time, but I have the victorious American champion, David Anthony, with me here, and you overcame the odds. You took on both of the World Tag Team Champions and overcame the numbers game to be victorious here in our main event tonight.
Well, as a champion, I'm always up for a challenge, and the 2-on-1 was very exciting for me, but in the end, it ended up screwing them over. So,
big smile on the face of the American champion. Folks, we're out of time. Join us next week right here on WFS Showdown.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted super fans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber to